After working, this is one of
just hold on, Raghav. We see if we can get this. Give me 1 minute.
Amount has symbol yeah. After pushing the code, it's coming 60%. I am wondering, Anta.
So now we have to continue working on adjustment.
సరే అయితే మళ్ళీ చేస్తాం క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం.
Listening to the conversation. Let me check, right? Whoever has worked, Mahesh, I will pull in. In the meantime, start working on it. Okay, we'll pull in and Mahesh and ask, right? I think when you will focus.
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, okay. So I hope everybody, yeah. I think
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, all. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
sir.
I'm Dashmi, sir.
Good morning. Sir.
Yeah. I will come to you, Dashmi. Yesterday you were pinging me, right?
Yeah.
I'll come to you.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Surendra, whatever. Surendra, he was there in this one, right? What's the problem? Okay, so I'm able to share my screen. Harshavardhan. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So I hope all of you joined, right? Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen. Okay, are you able to see, guys? All of you, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay. Okay. So yesterday, so we can discuss that one in last 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Okay, so I want to continue my class, so then we can see on this. Okay, so what I'm going to do here right now. So can you someone to explain what we discussed so far from yesterday and what we covered so far? Hello. 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 Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You are
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yeah. So what we discussed on yesterday. So how we are going to installing the Java software. So how you can set that JDK path, and also where you can go and download the Java software. So how you can set it, how you can set the path variables. So those things and all we discussed yesterday, and we discussed the Java basic program, how you can compile and executing in your local machine. So any doubt up to here? So yesterday we discussed now. I mean this one. Have any doubts? So I can open it, edit plus. Okay. So guys, having any doubt up to here? Or can I proceed further?
No, sir. No, sir. Okay.
All of you sure?
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
think someone not set it the path variables and all. See, if you are in C drive, so what you can do it. Dashni, are you able to see my screen? So you can go
Yes,
here,
sir.
JDK path, bin, just copy this path and right click this PC, go to properties, and this one we discussed yesterday, right? So here go to advanced system setting.
Yeah.
And environmental variables, and here already I have the path variables and all. So where is the path here? Just click edit. So for me it comes like that. So just paste it, semicolon dot semicolon. So for you it's coming different, for me it's coming different. So then just click OK. Okay. Okay, that's all. Okay, so
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
you can try now. Okay, so yesterday I'm telling how to set the permanent path. So how you can set it the temporary path? I think someone asking yesterday to me this temporary path, how you can set it. I know the name exactly. So how you can set it in temporary path means, see, up to you can copy this bin directory, go here, set path equal to, in double quotes, just paste it, semicolon dot semicolon. That's all. So you just type Java C. That's all. It's very simple, but you need to set this one for each and every command prompt. So that is the problem if you are using in temporary path. So that's why you better to go for permanent path. Okay. 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 That's part of the alpha highlighted here. Okay. Okay. So today what we are going to discuss. So what is our next topic here? So Java installation is done. So JDK installation is done. So IDE I'm telling you later, not now. So for the few programs, at least you can try without command, without IDE. Then only it's good for the practice perspective. So later
Sir,
that
can't able to your audio properly.
am I audible now?
Sir, the audio is lagging. Getting
Lagging?
stuck. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. I'm audible you because my network any issue. One
Hello.
second. Now also still same.
Hello. Sir,
Now also same.
your audio is lagging. Your audio is not. Sir, can you speak one more time?
Hello. Hello. Network. One second. There is. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir, no clear.
Hope you are not see my screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen right now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes.
Yeah.
we are able
Okay.
to see.
Yeah. Okay. Some network issues now. Okay. 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 So up to this one, how you can compile and how you can save, how you can execute in your application. So these things we discussed on yesterday. So today we are discuss how many ways we can write the Java program. Okay. So number of ways to write a Java program. So here I can save like 0 to number of ways to write Java program. Okay. So how many ways you can write a Java program? So we have the multiple ways to write the Java program. So what are those things? So we'll see one by one. So I hope you clear, right? Yesterday, what is the Java programming structure actually? So we did this one yesterday. So this is the basic program structure of Java. Okay, so this is the basic programming structure of Java. So this is the programming structure. So what is the Java programming structure? So this is about the Java programming structure. So I can give one syntax to you for this. Syntax. So what is the syntax? Class, some class name. Class name. So here you are writing something, whatever you want. So here you can write whatever you want. So this is the structure of the class. So how you are going to define a class in Java. So similar way, class name, here also same class name. So this is the example for you. So what you are seeing here right now, so this is one of the way you can write the Java program. So how many ways you can write a Java program? So there is a 3 ways you can write the Java program. 3 ways you can write a Java program. So the first way is first one. So what is the entry point of the Java application? So main method is the entry point of the Java application. So if you are developing in your application using 3 ways, any one of the style, the final thing is you can write the main method in one class. So it is mandatory if you want to develop a Java application. So you must be use the main method in Java. So if you're developing in your application using these 3 approaches, so make sure main method is required. So why the main method is required? Because it is the entry point of the Java application. So what are the statements you are writing inside this main method, in which order? So okay, in what order you are writing in your application inside the main method, the same order your Java program is going to executing. Okay, so because that's why that's why main method is the entry point of the Java application. Okay, so in what order you are writing inside this main method, the same order only your Java program is going to executing everything. Okay, so next, so what is the 3 ways to write the Java program? So the first one, approach 1. The second thing is approach 2. And the third one is approach 3. Okay, so you have to write these 3 ways to in your application. So before I am going to explaining these things and all, okay, so before I am going to explain this approach 1, approach 2, approach 3 and all, first, what is meaning of class? First you should know the basic on this. So we will clearly discuss on this one in OOPS concepts. So in this case, right now you should understand what is meaning of class. So a class is a blueprint to representation your data. So what is meaning of class? Class means class is a blueprint to representation of your data. So what are the data you want? Okay, so you want to represent something on this. So make sure in Java class must and should be required. So class and must be required. See, class and must be required. So what are the details this class can contain? So the class is if you want to represent some data. So what type of data I can represent inside the class means? So what type of data represent means, I mean, like what are the details a class can contain, or what are the details a class can contain. So both are same, so don't get confusion. Okay, so what are the details generally a class can contain? The first one is a class can contains default constructor. Structors. Okay, sir, what is meaning of here default constructor? So you can see in programmatic, I will tell you what everything. And next, so a class can contain only one default constructor. So what is this? A class can contain only one default constructor. So let me see here. I will explain you here itself one by one. Then only you will get. So generally, what is meaning of constructor means your class name and method name both are same. Your class name, method name both are same. So how you can define this constructor? Just simple. Public. That's all. So this is called default constructor. So how I can say the default constructor? My class name, this method name both are same. It doesn't contain any parameters. It does not contain like anything like this system dot something like this something arg. It does not contain inside the brackets. Your class name, your method name must be same, and at that same time it does not containing any, you can say like arguments. So this one you can say arguments or parameters. Like that, your class name and method name both are same. So you can say this is called as a constructor. So that's what I am telling here. A class can contain only one. So if you try to define one more constructor, your compiler will show error. A class can contain only one constructor. So let me see. So where is the program? So F colon cd class Java batch 1 and Java C my first tab.java. So what is the error? See, constructor is already defined. So this is the error you are getting. If you try to define one more constructor, what is the error you are getting? So this is the error you are getting. So that means to what? So what is the error you are getting? This error. So in line number 5, what is the line number 5? This is the line number 5. Constructor my first app is already defined in class my first app, public my first app. So you are getting error. So it's not allowing. So what is the correctness of this program? You just remove it. So now I am going here, just execute it again. Yes, compile. So there is no issue as of now. Okay, so a class can contain only one default constructor. So I'm explaining you practically on this. Okay, all of you clear on this? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Next, second point. Next, a class can contain n number of parameterizable constructor. See, wherever you are here, the word constructor means it is similar to your class name. So you are here anywhere in constructor name that is similar to your class name. So that is the key point of the guessing the constructor of the class. So what is the key point to understand that if you are finding in a class it containing constructor or not? Your class name, method name. So you just see your class name. The same class name is there anywhere inside this class, then you can say that is called as a constructor. See, I'm just highlighting that one. It is highlighted in yellow color. See, so wherever you are observing in that yellow color, so it is said that to what? Constructor in Java. What type of constructor this is? Default constructor in Java. Okay. So how many constructors a class can, how many default constructors a class can contain? Only one.
Only one. Sir, is it necessary to have a constructor in a class?
Yeah, definitely. Explicitly is not required, but implicitly is required. I will tell you that.
Okay.
I will tell
in
you
the
that.
yeah, in the demo program we didn't mention the constructor section, even though the program ran successfully. That's why I asked.
Yeah, while running it will create automatically a default constructor. I will show you those things and all, don't worry. Okay. Next, what is the next point? A class can contain a number of parameterizable constructor. So again the word is coming constructor. So constructor means again you can see your class name. So based on your class name, I want to define a parameterizable constructor. So what I am saying here, just I am giving one parameter int a. Okay, so here I am writing system dot out dot println. This is default constructor. I'm just writing this one to here. Okay, this is parameterizable constructor. So I want to print the number. So plus a. Okay. So what is my statement? A class can contain only one default constructor. Class can contain n number of parameterizable constructor. So how I can make it more number of that? So copy and paste it, paste it, paste it. Okay, so now I'm executing the statement, correct, right? What I'm telling you right now, a class can contain n number of parameterizable constructor. Now the constructor is your class name, your method name must be same. Okay, what are the parameters it contains? Int a, int a, int a. Okay, so let us execute on this. What will happen? So what is the error you are getting? How many errors you are getting? 6 errors you are getting. What is the error? Constructor int is already defined. Constructor my first int already defined, and the symbol is println spelling mistake. So let me correct it. Println. So let me correct it the spellings first. Then you can see the exactly how many errors we are getting. Okay, so let me recompile it. Done. So how many errors we are getting? 2 errors.
2.
So what are the errors you are getting here in this case? What is the error? Line number 9, line number 12. Where is line number 9? So this is 9 and this is the 12. So what they are telling, constructor, so sorry, what they are saying, constructor my first tab integer is already defined in class. So where I define, so it is showing line number 9 error, line number 12 error. So it is not showing line number 6 error, line number 3 error. Am I correct? Correct,
Yes.
now? So what they are
Yes.
telling is already defined. So why is required more than one? So it's not required. But what is my statement is, see, here you are defining the constructor, same integer variable. Here you are defining the constructor, same integer variable. Here you are defining the constructor with same variable. But what is my statement? A class can contain n number of parameterizable constructor. So if you are giving the same type of parameterizable constructor, it's showing error. So make sure you can change the data type. So here I can give something like long. So now how many default constructors I am having? Only one. How many parameterizable constructor I am having? 3. But all the parameterizable constructor containing different parameters or different arguments. So you can call this one either parameter or argument. Any one is enough. Both are same. So here my first tab containing integer argument. Here my first tab containing string type of argument. Here my parameterizable constructor containing long type of argument. So now I am executing. See what will happen. So it's allowing. Okay. So like that you can define n number of parameterizable constructor. Okay. So now the statement is correct, right? A class can contain n number of parameterizable constructor. Either you can define 1, 2, 3 or 4, or you can define n number of parameterizable constructor, is not a matter. But only one default constructor, n number of so that's why they clearly name parameterizable constructor. A constructor can containing the parameters. That constructor is called as the parameterizable constructor. How I can find the parameter? So in between these brackets, you are containing some arguments or parameter. So both names are same. It may be an parameter or it may be an argument. Both names are same. Okay. So okay, now. So is it clear, all of you? Anyone, any doubt?
Sir.
Yeah, please. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, parameter constructor, how many is there, sir?
Sorry.
Para constructor, how many is there?
Sorry, I heard some background noise. Can you please mute? Yeah. Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Tell me, what is your doubt?
Sir, how many parameter constructor is available, sir?
N numbers, but all the arguments must be different. These things is different. You can define a number. So right now I'm defining 3. You can define another 3, no issue. So that's why I'm telling you here n number of. So n number means it may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But arguments must be different. These arguments must be different. This one different, this one different, this one different. So how many arguments it containing? It also containing a number of like this. A int b, string a comma int a. So no issue. You can define a number of. But both are not same. So if you are defining int a int b, again you can't able to do it as same thing int a int b here. It is showing error. Okay.
Sir, if now you type in the first argument int a int b, and on the second argument string a int b. Is it allowed that the second argument is different from the first argument?
Yeah, correct.
But integer type is already defined in the above parameter. That's not a problem.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem, but the order is important. So here you are giving integer.
Okay.
Here you are giving string integer. Here you can give long integer.
Okay.
There is no issue on that. B, and again you can take string name. No issue on this. Okay, so there is no issue on this.
Okay.
So you like that, you can define n number of parameters here. Int a comma int b comma int c. Look, you can define n number of, but the same type of. See, if I'm copying this one, now both are same. Okay. Yeah. So both are same. How you can define the both are same? See here. Now this parameterizable constructor is similar to this parameterizable constructor, correct? But the implementation here is different. this one implementation is different, even
Okay.
though you are getting error. So it is always checking the type of the argument in the order, in which order you are giving, that order it should be considered always. Okay, so we'll see that one in
Okay.
OOPS concept. As per your understanding only, I'm telling right now. We are not entering into the actual subject right now. This is the fundamental things. I'm just telling you how you can identify default constructor, how you can identify the parameterizable constructor. That is my intention to you. That's all. So we'll discuss more on this OOPS concepts. So I have a separate topic on this. Okay, because we are
Okay.
writing some programs, at least you can able to identify what is this one, what is this one. That's why. Okay, so a class can contain only one default constructor. A class can contain n number of parameterizable constructors. Next, so what I am doing again, next another statement is a class can contains n number of variables. So what is meaning of the variables? You want to represent the state of the object. So I'm defining some variables like int a, comma, int b. Okay, and string name. Yeah.
Is it necessary to type int a, int b, int a, comma b? Isn't that enough?
Yeah, is enough.
For declaring multiple. Okay.
You can go multiple like this, or you can go in a single line. There is no issue on that. I will tell you, man, one by one, no issue. I'm telling just you intention to telling what are the things a class can contain. That's all. We'll see everything detail. Don't worry. Next, so a class can contain n number of variables. So like that you can define n number of variables. Next, the another one is fourth one. Next, apart from that, a class can contain n number of methods. So what is meaning of method? So in C and C++, you can hear the words like functions, but in Java there is no function terminology. So everything in a methods terminology. Okay, so don't bring functional things in this one. But in Java 1.8 onwards, we have the functional interfaces. We don't have the functional methods. Okay, in C and C++ terminology, you can call methods means is a function. Main function, some add function, delete function you can create in C and C++. But in Java perspective, we don't have the functional terminology. So everything is the methods. Or in real time, what we can say that it is a service. Methods or service. So you can say it is services or methods. So you can call any one of the terminology. So methods or service. So service word is look some official word. So we are discussing in meetings also everything like some mailing function, mailing service, some test service. So like that we can call everything is a service. So we don't use the words like methods and all. So this and all we can say service, and variables also we can call like state. Okay, so try to habituate it to call the words like state or service. So state represent the variables of the class. Okay, variables of the class, and service represent methods of the class. So variables represent state of the class, methods represent service of the class. Okay, so how many state I am having right now? 3 states or variables, 3 variables I am having. So next I want to define the method. So already you should know familiar with main method. So main method, so what I am telling the statement here, class can containing n number of methods. So now what I am saying, a class can contain only one main method. Okay, but how many main methods a class can require? Main methods means only one main method, because only one entry point we have. Sir, then what is the methods remaining, sir? So remaining methods means like this. Public void T1 method. Okay, so like that you can define n number of methods. N number of methods. So T1 method and T2 method and T3 method. Okay, so how many methods we have defined? So this type of methods we can say that void methods. So generally methods how many types of methods we have? We have two types of methods. Two types of methods. The first one is void methods, and the second one is return type methods. So I will tell you, not know this one. As per your understanding right now, you should know this one. So what is void method?
Okay.
The method should be containing void. This method is called as the void method. So what is return type methods? Means public. I can return something, so I can use T4. So make sure it containing the return some number. So what I'm doing here, I can take it integer number equal to 10. So I can give it here number like this. So this is the return type methods. So this one also can containing a number of types, or same though different names. You can give no issues on this. Okay, so we'll see deeply in this method. Don't worry on this. Okay, so void method means it must be containing the void. Return type method means it containing the return. So wherever you are here, the name return methods means you must be, your method will be written integer. So instead of void, you can give integer. So how you are giving the integer means the number return type is integer. So like this. So this, so I will tell you everything, don't worry. For your understanding, I am saying this one. Okay. So a class can containing a number of methods or service. So it may be void methods or it may be an any methods. So there is no issues on this. Next, apart from that, a class can contain contains n number of static blocks. So n number of static blocks. So what is meaning of this static blocks? I hope my meeting is going to ending. So can you rejoining again? So once that Zoom disconnected, please. Okay. Okay. What is the static?
Okay, sir.
block?
Okay, sir.
So like that, this is the static block. So this static block can be containing like that n number of things. So there is no issues on this. So n number of static blocks it can be containing. Okay. Next.